Hey, how's it going? Right here with Jesus with Fast Click Mobile Detailing. Today I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys how to speed your detailing process. Let's get started.
All right, so what's the first tip?
First tip to speed up your process, obviously knowing the vehicle you're going to deal with, obviously giving a quick inspection, just checking the work, and then look at the areas that need a little bit more work and focus on those. Don't focus on the areas that don't need help. And yeah, make a system that you're always gonna do. Don't ever switch that way. And also, you have to have the proper equipment, the proper chemicals, so you can go ahead and speed up your work.
So let me ask you something.
Yeah.
How do you start your details?
How do I start my details? So I start from the inside, since the inside is mostly pretty clean. It just needs a thorough vacuum, wipe down dash. And then we'll go ahead and start with the exterior. We'll start with the wheels, clean the under wheel, and then we'll go ahead and start rinsing all the wheels, and then rinse the vehicle, and then foam it, and then we'll start from the hood, and then we'll go around and then do the top after. No. And then we'll go ahead and rinse it, and then we'll do the same process. Dry the front, go around, and do the dry the top after, and then our next step will be our windows and door jambs, and then we'll do the tires and rim touch up in the end.
Is that how you started your business, or did it take you a while to figure that out?
No, I didn't start this all the time. I did start it with the exterior sometimes. I will start with the interior. It depends. But from now on, I'm just keeping to this process right now since it's working pretty good, and also with the employee.
Got it. Now the next thing you mentioned was the right chemicals and the right equipment.
Yeah, it's always important to have the right chemicals, the right equipment to get all those little details that you need to clean, especially when it comes in the front hood, front elements and everything. You have to have the little brushes just to get those little crevices, the right towels to dry the vehicle.
So, what's the best equipment you have that you didn't have when you first started, that really helped you with your process?
Oh yeah, a really good nozzle for your pressure washing. The rinsing part is really important. So I've upgraded to a new nozzle, which is a little bit more helpful because it knocks the dirt while you're rinsing it. And the other ones, you're just rinsing it. And this one does help under the arc, so I do less scrubbing and stuff like that, just improving little details that will make your detailing process faster. So also the experience really matters, because once you know the type of vehicle you're working with, you know how to start and how to knock it down. So knowing the right chemical to use, the right tools, that will definitely help you speed up your process and have a right structure of your way of working. So that really helps.
Hey Jesus, so what's one vehicle or type of vehicle that takes forever to clean?
One vehicle that takes forever will be large SUVs or lift-up vehicles. Since we have to do more climbing and we have to vacuum more longer, so those are the vehicles that take longer since it's wider and has more space to clean.
Hey, and how do you time your details?
How do I time my details? So what I do, I watch the cars by myself and see how long I can knock them down, and then I start timing myself, and that's how I find how long I would take with each vehicle.
So on average, how long does it take you?
It depends on which vehicles I do. So if it's a small car, it will take me about 30-40 minutes. If it's a large SUV, it will take me about 40 minutes to an hour, depending on the condition. But yeah, about that time.
Is that what you tell the customers? It's gonna take you 30 minutes, or you give yourself more time?
Yeah, I give a little bit more time. I tell them that I will last about an hour, just to play it safe, because you never know, there will be any spots that you miss, and you don't want to tell your customer that it's ready, and then he's gonna come out on that exactly time, and they're gonna have to wait for you, and that makes you look bad.
So let's say there's a detailer out there who doesn't have a lot of experience. How can they get more experience?
How can they get experience? You can go ahead and work for other detailers. You can go ahead and work on a car wash, watch YouTube content like this one for example. Just get kind of ideas from detailers, and obviously practice on your own too. Maybe work on your mom's car, your brother's car, and then time yourself how fast you can finish it. Try to do the whole process and see how long it takes you.
All right, man. So there's something I see a lot of detailers do that takes up a lot of time.
Yeah.
Talking to the customer.
Oh yes, yeah. So yeah, if you can stop, like, don't talk too much to your customers. Just tell them what you're gonna provide for them, then tell them about his vehicle in the end, how it came out, and then that's it. The less talking you do, the more time you save, and you go to your next appointment. Because if you start talking too much to them, they'll want to make conversation with you, and then you guys will stay there another hour, and you guys just lost time there.
Got it.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a customer do that to you, where they just love talking?
Yeah, multiple times. I have a lot of my clients. They like to talk to me, see how I'm doing, and we'll talk, you know. But yeah, that really impacts the time of the detailing. But if you gotta do it, go ahead and do it, but not recommended, because you're gonna waste a lot of time on that. Talking to your customer.
Got it. And what about phone calls? Do those really slow you down?
Oh yeah. So especially, I don't have my secretary. I don't have no one answering the phone calls. I'm doing them. So that takes a lot of time of the working process too, because the customer has always a lot of questions, and I have to be there like 30-40 minutes explaining them what I do and asking them questions what their vehicle needs. But yeah, that takes a lot of time too.
So when you get a phone call, do you ignore it and call them back, or do you answer it and make it quick?
So it really depends on the area I'm in. So if I'm not in a signal, I will just there will be a voicemail saying that we'll leave a message, we'll get back to you. Or if I'm in a good signal, I will answer and ask them what they need and help them book right away.
Yeah, but that's why you hire an employee, right?
Yeah, so that's why we hire an employee. So now I have time more to answer my phone calls, talk to the customer, and explain what they need. And while the work is getting done, the other employee's knocking it down, and we're good to move forward. So another tip is, if you guys want to communicate with your customer, make sure to show up 20 to 30 minutes earlier, so you guys can ask them about their vehicle, so you guys can save time. So that's a good tip for you guys to do.
Hey, have you ever shown up and the vehicle is way dirtier? What do you do so you're not late on your other appointments?
So if I see the vehicle does not qualify for my package, and I see the vehicle is really dirty, I would tell the customer, like, you know what, we can schedule next time, or we can see our schedule and move customers around and let them know. But yeah, it happens frequently sometimes. But yeah, definitely communicate with your customer and let them know what can you do in that moment.
And also showing up early helps out a bit?
Yeah, showing early, it helps a lot, because you get to see the vehicle, and if you get there earlier, you might be able to finish the vehicle. So the last thing is, make sure you set up your whole equipment right. Also, when you're done detailing, make sure to put it right away, so you guys don't have to put it away in the last minute. So just those little improvements will improve your speed and the way you work and how you show yourself. So there you guys have it. There's some tips for you guys, so you guys can speed your detailing process. And if you guys have any tips for me, definitely leave them in the comments below. And if you like this video, definitely like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.